Megamania for the Atari 2600 is a funky outer space shooter written by Steve Cartwright and published by Activision in 1982. Now, rather than blasting aliens, though, Megamania pits you against such twisted enemies as hamburgers, cookies, bugs, and steam irons. We'll take it for a trippy test drive right after this.
This video brought to you in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. This exciting and heartwarming coming-of-age Gen X novel is available now. Check the link for more info.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John, and I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. Steve Cartwright reportedly spent 6 months developing the concept for Megamania and a further 3 months to fine-tune the game. Now, I certainly played it plenty as a kid, though it wasn't one of my favorites. However, it is the favorite of my dear friend Marcus, who is recovering this week from some surgery and a hospital stay. So, Marcus, this week's Friday Plays is just for you.
And here's what you were greeted to when you launch Megamania. Now, I know I was just talking about how it's this weird outer space trippy kind of game, but it's pretty stark when you launch it. Big open black playfield, a gray stripe, some stats. The fever dream of this game isn't in the visual so much it is the selection of enemies and the weird patterns that they fly, which you'll see, which you played this game before, you know already. Let me go ahead and start the game and pause it. Oh, it sounds so good. Let some aliens come across here, just so we have everything on screen at once and we can talk about it. So a quick tour of the screen. At the top, of course, you have the rack of aliens. This is the playfield. They're going to work their way. Some of them just fly at the top. Some will come down to where you are and hit you, and they're dropping bullets. Your ship, the bottom center there, they call it a mobile blaster. It's your spaceship, and for me, it didn't hurt my feelings a bit that it looks a lot like the USS Enterprise. I'm sure that was intentional. Below that is this gray bar that has all your stats. You have the energy bar. Now that fills up at the start of every ship, and even if you don't get hit or collided with, if that runs out, you'll lose a life. Well, the other end of that spectrum is the faster you can finish a level, the more bonus points you'll get for the remaining time on the energy bar. Below that are your extra ships in reserve. That's called your reserve fleet. You have the one you're playing plus 3 in reserve. You can get an extra man every 10,000 points if you like. Let's talk a little bit about the game options that you have. And so you should have 4 options I'm cycling through down there in the lower right. There are really only 2 variations of this game with a 1-player, 2-player. So there's standard guided bullets, and then there's unguided bullets. So games 1 and 2 are guided bullets, 1 and 2 player. Games 3 and 4 are unguided bullets, straight shots, player 1 and player, 1 player, 2 player. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. So let me just start a game. So this is standard guided bullets. You can see when I move, the bullet I fire moves with my ship after I've fired it. So that's guided. And let's go down to unguided, as you might expect. Your bullets behave like the enemy's bullets. When you fire them, they will go straight up from where you were horizontally when you fired. The other downside to this for me is that you can't just hold down the button. You have to rapid fire on the button. But over in the standard, game option 1, just holding down the button, I'm just holding it down, rapid fire. The other thing to be aware of are the difficulty switches. And so you have the A and B difficulty. So basic difficulty is fast bullets, and expert difficulty is a little bit slower bullets. So let me show you. What I want to do here is just clear all the enemies but one so I can show you the speed of the bullets. It's a little subtle, but you can feel it, especially if you have them side by side for comparison. All right, so just one enemy left. This is standard difficulty. You can hear the pace of those bullets. So let's go into expert difficulty now. And you can see just a little slower, and then back to standard. And it makes a difference. It really does. Now, as we're just kind of poking around here to look, we're on the second level. These are the cookies. Okay, they look like Tinker Toys to me. That's what I always thought they were, but they are, in fact, cookies. And the scoring, which I'll throw on the screen, will excerpt from the manual there. I'm getting boxed in because I'm not concentrating. The score goes up by 10 each time. And so the hamburgers are 20, these cookies are 30, the bugs are 40, I'm going to get hit. Tires are 50, all the way up through Space Dice, 90 points. And then everything thereafter is all 90 points from then on. But it gets faster and more difficult and more challenging, as you might imagine. But the overall goal is just eliminate the enemies in the allotted time, don't get hit, by their bullets or by them when they come down in these erratic patterns, and get the best possible score you can. And enjoy, oh, that awesome sound effect of, listen when, oh my God, the bugs here. Whether I die or I finish this level, either one, I want you to listen to the sound as the timer goes down and back up. It's like you're launching a brand new ship. Here we go. Oh, don't get hit. Here we go. Listen. The siren followed by that launch sound. It just gives me the feeling that, oh, here we go again. You know, I love to play this game. Even the getting killed, that really kind of freaky noise there. And the metallic clang when you shoot an enemy, it almost has a little echo to it. All of that combined is what, in my opinion, gives this game its kind of psychedelic reputation. I think it's well earned. Okay, so with that, of course, I'm going to try a points run. Before I do, I'll remind you of our store over at GenXGrownUp.com/merch. I was looking, and yeah, there's a great design with that original Activision A. It's kind of this distressed look, a great tee. You can get that and lots of other cool designs or our logo on hats or t-shirts or mugs or pins or stickers or whatever. It gets you something cool, and every dollar you spend also supports independent content creation like you see right here on GenXGrownUp. Okay, I'm going to try a points run. I'm not that good at this game. I'm going to do game option number 1. It's going to be standard difficulty, which is the fast bullet, so I'm guided fast. I usually get around, maybe I get the extra man at 10,000. I rarely get the extra man at 20 because by then I'm up to the bow ties, and they're terrible. So here's my best shot. Wish me luck. Okay, so we start with the hamburgers. Now, as a kid, not having read the manual, we had our own names for all these aliens, or the enemies, I guess, are not aliens. And we thought these were just UFOs. You know, they're kind of shaped like a disc. But they're supposed to, and I can see a hamburger look, but we thought they were UFOs. And then you went right away to the next level. These are the cookies, which now, in hindsight, I can see how it could look like a cookie, like an Oreo-looking kind of sandwich cookie. I get that. But we thought they were Tinker Toys, like the side of a Tinker Toy, you know, like on edge. That's what we always called them. But right away, it made no sense. Like, how we go from UFOs to Tinker Toys? I don't know. Oh, now we have the bugs. These are my favorite enemy. They have a nice, predictable pattern. They don't come down at the bottom and attack you. And they look like bugs, too. They're pretty easy to finish. Ah, that was nice. Hate the tires. These things are gonna kill me. I'm gonna predict now I'm gonna lose at least 1 life to the tires. The way they zigzag and they unpredictably change direction, ugh. And they kind of sandwich you in with that grid, yeah. Now maybe somebody that's better at this game would say, they're not predictable, you know exactly when they're going to reverse. I always find myself shooting at, you know, space and they've dodged the last second. Oh, he's going to be in the wrong spot. See how I get all boxed in like that? Oh, come on. Now they circle back around to the top, thankfully. Come on. How'd they get this low again? No, 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 no! I hate the tires. Now what, have I lost 2 lives to the tires already? That's not good. Come on, tires. Can I shoot one of you, maybe? Goodness. Now he's too low again. Look at that, he's too low. Hate the tires. Come on, tire. Whoo, I got it. Then we get to diamonds. They're kind of like the bugs, but they're a little more aggressive, and they open and close, making them, of course, harder to hit. Ooh. At least I'm close to my extra man if I can just survive these diamonds just a little bit longer. There's my extra man. Yay. And I lost it right away. Am I going to make it to the steam irons? Come on. Whoa. Got it. All right. Steam irons at least. Now, the big trick to these for me is you got to make sure you shoot at least one of them in every column or you'll get stuck and can't get in. So I've shot at least one in every... No, 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 no! Oh. As I was saying, you shoot one in every column. If you don't, they become a solid column and you can't get in on them. So what did I get? 15,000? Yeah, that's about my prediction. And I'm frantic, like I was nervous the whole time. We didn't get to the bow ties or the space dice. A better Megamania player can show you that. But this is Megamania, and as I said, the thing that brings me back again and again is not so much the weird fever dream aspect, but very distinct Atari sounds and the sound design that Steve Cartwright delivered on this game. certainly makes it memorable.
Now, Megamania received translations for the Atari 5200 and the Atari 8-bit computer line in 1983 thanks to Glenn Anderson. And while they take advantage of those systems' superior graphics capabilities, there's something about the sound of the Atari 2600 version that makes it the gold standard for me. I cover a different classic game each week here on my Friday Plays series, so if you have a request, please drop it in a comment below. Meanwhile, links here and here to some previous editions. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video. I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.